Sarah. Oh my goodness. Welcome in, everybody. It's like a storm of people. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Rachel, Nietzsche, hello. Vintage Pursuit. What a great name. Tell me more. I want to learn more. Tell me all about it. Tanya Lee B, also a super cute name. Nanny Squares. I love that name too. Tell me where that comes from. Lilamoo, Lilamoo. I'm probably saying that wrong. I apologize. Coms, how are you? Rack, hello. How are you doing? Sarah, AGD, and Ed Pal, and Haley, and Julia, and Champagne and Lollipops. How are you doing? And Hamid, and Cajun Love. Hello, welcome in, everybody. And G. Walton, hello. Okay, so tonight is the third installment of doing my mother's estate sale, which is a little weird to do, but mom had a bunch of stuff that was left over in boxes from when she I'm denting. I'm slowly denting mom's stuff. We have a lot to go through over time. So Blue Nose J and Lorac, welcome in, and Snow 17. I could do with some snow right now. It's hot in here. Yay. So her tastes were eclectic. Comms Collections. So one thing you have to understand is that her stuff is mixed in with the end of her life and her dementia. So Jennifer, hello. So sometimes I'll have stories explaining things, and sometimes I won't. They'll just be some of her old stuff. So there's kind of a mix of like stuff she had throughout her life and then stuff that was closer to the end of her life. So I'll explain as we go. I'm going to be starting with stuff from B6, box number 6. I'm literally doing it box by box. So I'm going to start with box number 6 because that's the newest stuff. But if there's something else you want me to show and run, I totally will. All you need to do is just tell me what you want, what you really, really want. And I will pull it up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If there's something you see, let me know. Everything that I'm going to run today is listed, so there's no surprises. It's all listed stuff. I know, weird for me. Rachel Ann, hello. Wild Lantern Collective, welcome in. TCG Melvot, hello. How are you doing? What else did I miss? Sorry. One of each. Ooh, boy and a girl, or cat and a dog. Hello. Dragoda, hello. Res Rippers. Oh, okay. Tell me more. I want to know. Is it like res is in reservation or something else? Casey Bruce, hello, welcome in. So mom definitely didn't collect any cards. If anyone's looking for cards, mom didn't collect cards. So I've got a table beside me of stuff to run that I'm going to go through first. If there's something you see, you can always leave around the house. How are you? You can always leave a pre-bid if you don't want to stick around and you just see something that's interesting. But if you want to see it up close and personal, let me know. I'm going to move this lovely. After I move this, I'm going to switch the camera around so you can look at the stuff instead of me. I'm going to turn the light around so it will show on the stuff instead of me. So let's hit the switch button, and we're going to go down, 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 and then we're going to go like that. All right. Okay. So, okay. So we're going to start off with Mr. Chillin' Frog here. I'm going to pin him. This is Mr. Chillin' Frog. Everybody meet my friend, Mr. Chillin' Frog. My mom had a late in life obsession with frogs, and she collected all things frog. And this is just one of her many frog pieces. And he just lies down and he chills. I know, isn't he so cute? And I love, can you see the it looks like bubbles on his belly. I love this glaze detail. I'm guessing this was probably made in China or Japan. It is clay. Hello, Melody. Isn't he so cute? And he's just chilling. He's just totally chilling. Now, how much does he measure? Hang on. Hold with one hand, measure with the other. He's just under 5 inches. Okay, so Mr. Chillin' Frog, where are you? There you are. We are going to start him for 10 seconds. And he's running now. Mr. Chillin' Frog, hello, living the dream. Hi, Melody, how are you? So he's in really good condition. Is it going to run? It's taking its sweet time. I'm running off of 2 machines, so it doesn't seem to want to run. So we're going to do it here instead. Hang on, sorry. 10, 5, and go. There we go. All right, now Mr. Chillin' Frog is a running. Welcome in, everybody. We're just getting started. So you turned off your AC. You can't AC anymore. We've got a storm coming here, so my head is exploding. I can't wait for yeah, cancel, push, timeout. Great. Let's see what I have next. Oh, let's look at some more frogs. Let's pin her other frogs. Mr. and Mrs. Garden Frog. Yours passed. Ooh, I hope ours. I hope we get something because it does help my head. Okay, hang on. Let me just see if I can close this so they can sit on the top of here. So these are 2 cute little garden frogs. They help you with your gardening. They'll talk to your plants when you're not at home. Made in China. They got fabric legs and cute little ceramic feet. And they're in pretty good condition. They're part of my mother's vast frog collection. And they need to go together. They need to stay together because they're a couple and they've been hanging out with plants for a very long time. They like to talk to plants. They like to hang out with plants and they like to talk to plants. Let me see if it's going to let me. All right. Hopefully it's going to let me run. There we go. Those are running now. Mr. and Mrs. Garden Frog. They're a lovely couple that can be hanging out on your garden as well. Okay, we're going to move you guys out of the way. Excuse me. Pardon me. All right, let me just lift this back up again. You stay there. Stay. Good. No! There. Good enough for Jazz. Oh, let me do this one. This is the fun, finding these things on here. Please hold. Somebody will with you shortly. I am collecting, so this, I'm going to just pin this. This is, this jewelry box that's in front of me is a 1960s made in Italy. It's very special, so it's not going to go for next to nothing. It does have wear on it. It's been used as the family jewelry box for years and years and years. I used to sneak into mom's room and look through her jewelry. So that is available if anybody would like me to run it, or you can always leave a pre-bid. Okay, next item up that we have is a very pretty Otagiri. The name of this pattern is English Rose from Otagiri, Japan. It is a super pretty trinket box. It is so nice and clean, and it's still in great condition on the outside and in. It is just really gorgeous. Really lovely Otagiri, Japan. And I'm going to run this for 12. Why not? And we'll do sudden death. Running now. Otagiri. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I shouldn't have turned on the fan above my head, but I thought it would help. I was wrong. I was wrong. Also pin. We have a vintage Ladro. This is called Wash Day. And it is, isn't she beautiful? She is in great condition. This was part of my mom's collection. She loved Ladro. And I think this came from my grandmother first. I'm not sure. There were a couple of pieces from grandma. I'm not sure if this is one of them. I'm going to run that for $23 instead. And that is running now. Gorgeous Ladro. Welcome in, everybody. Do check out the auction tab because all the items that I'm going to run today are in there. Bentley, hello, welcome in. All right, thank you for looking at that one. Let's see what else I have. pin. Part of her collection too was this gorgeous bluebird china, bone china made in Canada. That's right, Canadian bone china. This is a gorgeous lily of the valley set from Bluebird. It is a gorgeous cream and sugar from Bluebird china. I'm just going to put that right there. There we go. And that will run for 10 seconds as well if I can get the machine to work. There we go. That is running now. Vintage Bluebird fine bone china open sugar and creamer set with this gorgeous lily of the valley design on it. All right, no worries. Next up we have, let's do this one. Pin. For all of my angel fans, here's another one of, Mom had a lot. This is another one of Mom's angels, stained glass angels that she got. This is another one that sits on a shelf and overlooks you. This one doesn't lean down though, and it will hold something for you, or just looks super pretty with its praying hands. Let me put that one on top there. There we go. All right. Stained glass angel is running now. Really pretty stained glass angel. I love the blue. It's like an iridescent blue, if you can see that. It's a lovely blue. All right, put that down there. And we also have a sheepy. Where's my sheep? There he is. In. All right. Welcome in, everybody. This is Joe the sheep. And he's super cute. He's in really good condition, except for this eye issue. I have to tell you. So when I went to list him, I took a picture. I took a picture of his underside. I took a picture of all over, and it kept giving me an error that one of the photographs was inappropriate for Whatnot. It was considered inappropriate for Whatnot. So I kept like deleting. I thought that it was the hole that was bothering Whatnot's AI system, but it turned out it was the nose. When I had the close up of here, this was too phallic for the system. So, beware as you look at this, because according to Whatnot's AI, this is phallic. I was trying to take a close up of his eye here. He's got a little bit of paint loss on his eye. He just needs a little dot of black paint on there to fix him up nice. So this is Joe the sheep, everybody. Say hi to Joe. Joe, say hi to everybody. Hello, everybody. How are you? Hey, Carly. Thank you so much. It is so cute. He's just adorable. He's kind of like he's blind in one eye, but he's still cute. Carly, thank you so much. Oh shoot. I forgot to switch the labels to I'm gonna pause the printing. Um I got for I forgot to switch the labels back from 4x6 to this. I was like, why is it taking so long to print that? So Carly, you're gonna get a very big label. I'm turning off the labels for this show. Thank you so much, Carly. That's coming to you. I'm going to put this over here where Joe the sheep is nice and safe. Let me see what else we've got here. Joe is cute, isn't he? He's adorable. You switch back. Okay, let me switch you so you can stare at this instead of me. And we'll bring back the light. Let there be light. Let there be a stupid sign that stays up when I want it to. Where's this one? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Figures. It was hiding. Okay, this really sweet plate. Trinket plate, trinket dish, whatever you want to. It's all silver with this cute little bird on the end. Thank you for sharing the show, friend Ross. I appreciate you. And then there's the bottom. It's just a super cute little dish. It feels like it's resin. Um, that is going right there. Stay. Good. That one's running for just $5 for 10 seconds. Really pretty with the little birdie. You can put just anything you want on it. Pens can go there. Your lip gloss can go there. It can hold just about anything. All right, thanks for looking at that one. Let's see. Oh, it's freezing on me again. It's freezing on me and also telling me that my saved shows are about to start. Thanks, Whatnot. Thank you for the information, Whatnot. I'm just going to have to do this myself because it doesn't want to. It keeps freezing. It was perfectly fine this morning when I'm doing my chat show, but do you think it's going to be good now? No. Oh, I can't pin on here. Son of a nutcracker. Pin. There we go. Okay, this one, of course, because our family was the Red Rooster shop and Dad was the Red Rooster and Mom was the Red Hen and I was the Red Chick. Of course, my mom collected anything that was rooster related. And this one, I'll show you the back so you can see it's got the hanging holes. And it is Gift Craft Japan, made in Japan. And it's very cute. It's an adult theme. Said the little red rooster to the little red hen, you haven't laid an egg in God knows when. Said the little red hen to the little red rooster, you haven't come as often as you used to. And I'm going to run this for just $12 because I can. And that is running now. Little bit of rooster humor from my mom's collection. Let's see what else we got here. We're gonna pin this now. I didn't know much about this piece, so when I looked it up, I was actually really surprised at how popular. Melly, I don't know if you're in here, but this particular clay artist from Quebec is actually really sought after. Guy de Pelteau. Um, he was a Quebec artist. He died in 2012. And this is this gorgeous butterfly. It hangs. It's got little antennae. Look at it. It's even got little eyes. And you turn it over, and there you can see his stamp from his studio. And supposedly his stuff is very highly sought after. So Mom had good taste. And we will run that starting for 10 seconds. I think it's really pretty. I'm tempted to keep it, but I have nowhere to put it. I don't know where I'd put it. I don't have any space right now. That's my problem. The Final Frontier. All right, thank you for looking at that one. Next up, I'm going to do this dolly, if I can find it. There it is. Pin. This dolly came from a friend and was picked up in Venezuela in 1986. And she is this absolutely sweet rag doll, traditional folk art doll with painted face features and cute little socks. And she's all fabric, except for obviously her yarn hair. And she's just really adorable. I'm going to start her for 8 instead of 12 because I can. So she is running now. And if there's something that you see that you want me to run, let me know. Yell it out. I'm happy to grab anything and run it. I don't have to do it in order. I'm just kind of going with this stuff until someone tells me otherwise. And then this piece I love. Mom never used it. Mom would buy a lot of stuff for... Mom had indecision paralysis like me. I wonder where I got it from. So she bought this beautiful vintage purse at some point in her life, um, in the 70s, and then never used it. And it is clean as a whistle in here. Like clean, clean, clean. Not even dust. And it still has its chain. So it becomes a shoulder bag crossbody, but then it's also a gorgeous, I mean, look at the ruching on this. And it's from a company called Goldco, which was out of China, but this is vintage Goldco. Isn't it pretty? It's so lovely. And I'm going to start that instead of 27. I'm going to run it for 20 today. If you've got coupons to use them up. Because it is super pretty. And she took it sat in a drawer. She bought it in the 70s and then it just sat in a drawer, which is kind of sad. What should I do next? Let's do Pocahontas. I shall pin Pocahontas. Where did I put Pocahontas? Under here. So this is actually from the dementia days. I got this in a box lot and Mom decided she wanted it. So she kept it, and that was Mom. She started to have real, you know how they're talking about how there was that report about how Trump would go into Melania's bedroom and take things, and so then they'd have to replace them, call her about it, and then replace the stuff. I didn't have someone who would call me and tell me when Mom had stolen something from me because I lived with her. But yeah, it's part of dementia is that you start stealing things, not because you want to steal, you just think that everything's yours. So she picked up this bead book from a box lot and kept it. So I just left it in her room because she seemed to enjoy it. But it's really great for kids and adults as far as I'm concerned. It is from 1995. It doesn't come with the kit. It's just the book. So it starts off with a story and tells you all about the different nations, First Nations. And now it's 1995, so it is not going to be as appropriate as we've learned to be. It is 1995 language, but it's at least better than some of the stuff that I've seen from 1995. So it actually tells you all about the history and the beading, and then you keep going all the way through, and then it has tips and techniques as well as patterns for like a beaded pouch that you can do, and more tips and techniques and stuff you can put on your clothing, and rosettes, pouches, bracelets, and bookmarks. There is all kinds of patterns here so that you can follow along and make some beaded items. So I will run that now. I thought it was a very pretty thing that she picked up. She still had good taste, even when dementia hit. So, got to give her that. Welcome in, everybody. We're running through some of my mom's stuff, so I have some stories. From time to time, I might have a story to tell about each item. So, if you see something, everything is listed in the auction tab. So, if you see something you're interested in, please let me know, and I'm happy to run it. Hello, sunrise, sunset. How are you? Oh, it's hot in here. Whoo-wee. Let me pin this. Okay. Mom saved this black magic box, and I think it needs a new home. Now it's not perfect. It does have damage. It does need to be repaired. But it's a very cool old black magic. And how many of you used to have black magic? Let me see. Zoom out. There we go. Now you can see it better. It's an old black magic box. It is at 11 inches across. It's black on the back, pretty plain, clean inside. And I really like old boxes and tins, so I'm very partial to them. And we'll run that one now. I'll run it for 5 doll hairs, because I can. And that is running now. Old black magic has it in his spell. The old black magic that we know so well. Whew, it's hot in here. Okay. This one is really cool. And this is a cat postcard collection book. So this was published in first published in 1993, printed in China. Doesn't this edition at artist 1993. And look at these postcards that are in here. It's all cats. I think it's 40 cat postcards from 1993 that have yet to be used. And there are some great there's great cat art in here. And if you're an ephemera seller, you could probably take this apart and sell each one for really decent money, because they're all really great cat images. And who doesn't like a cat image? Maybe dog people. All right, I'll put that right there. And that is running eventually when the machine decides to wake up. Oh, there, it's running now. There you go. Running. Is everything else done on this? Yes. Okay. Move Mrs. Kitty Cat. And then another thing that she grabbed from one of my ephemera boxes. This is not a family of ours. In fact, I think this might be from a lot of ephemera that I bought from Thriftworks. I actually think it's from Thriftworks. So let me just zoom in here so you can see this lovely family. So you've got your little flower girls, and you've got your bridesmaid, and your best man, and an usher, and a ring bearer, and the bride and the groom. And I'm very partial to wedding photos because I think that they're great for showing the fashion of the day. Like, look at the hair, look at the tulle on that. Look how much tulle she's got. Like, she's just Tulapalooza here. She's got a lovely look on her face. This guy looks a little creepy. Like there was a serial killer movie about him. That's a very handsome devil right there. And then these lovely cute kids. Like you can tell she doesn't have all her teeth. And look at this one. Look how cute she is. And the best man or the brother. I'm not sure. I'm guessing best man. And all right, let me just put that there. So it looks like it's about 1950s would be my guess. Where did that go? It disappeared on me. Oh, I hadn't pinned it yet. That's why. Sorry. And pin. There we go. Pinning. And now we will run that. So I think this is from Thriftworks. So this would be from France. And it looks like around 1950. All right. Thank you for looking at that. Let's check and see what has any interest on it. I'm not going to run for too long today because I have a migraine coming on. But if there's anything that anyone is interested in, I will for sure run it. Hang on. I'm going to go back. All right. Let's see what else has any interest on it. I'll run those things first. All right. Mom B1. Alrighty, we're gonna grab the glass roses, handmade glass roses. So these gorgeous glass roses, the rose, you can actually see each one of these, the stem, it's even got little thorns on it. The leaves has all been hand blown. Each one of the petals has been hand created and then all put together. This is like really hard to do. And that I'm gonna sit right there. Okay. And then I'll just zoom in. There we go. All right. There, that's better. So we will run that one now. And that is running. And I'll look at what the next thing is that I need to grab. Again, if you see something in the auction tab that you're interested in, let me know and I will run that. I'm just scanning to see who's got interest on anything that's saved. I can't actually see on here. That is strange. The Royal Albert floral crocuses. Back up with the truck. There they are. 10. Okay. So, Royal floral crocuses. 1 second while I find the crocuses. Everything but. There we go. Yes. All right. The next one is this Royal Albert crocuses. Mom was very particular about, she actually really loved to collect these. They do have some chips on this one. This is not perfect, but it is crocuses from Royal, oh, not crocuses. Why? Anna, I can't even say it. This flower from Royal Albert. Um, I think I will run this for a little bit less. Let's cut it in half because it is damaged. And I know I've cut it quite a bit, but it's in the B1, so that means that this is its third time round. So let's cut it in half to $3 for this grows the gorgeous. It's called a posy. It's a bone china posy. Okay, let's see what we have next. Right, I can't look on here. I gotta look here. This is ridiculous. The town called Ajax. Pin. Okay, welcome in everybody. I'm going to show you now the town called Ajax. So let me just zoom out. So we actually lived in Ajax for a while, and Mom was a volunteer with one of the Ajax town committees. So she got given a copy of this book, A Town Called Ajax. And for those who don't know, this is a pretty hefty book. For those who don't know, Ajax was founded during the Second World War as a munitions factory. The entire town was created out of a whole bunch of farms that were in Whitby, and the town Ajax was built out of it. So it was a munitions town, and it wasn't meant to stay. It was meant to just be used during the Second World War. Then everything was going to get taken down, and even the houses. So there's houses there that should have left. They were supposed to leave. They were put together with nuts and bolts because they were just put up as temporary housing for the munitions workers, and then they were going to take them down and ship them over to Britain to help them rebuild after the Blitz. But then people wanted to stay, so most of the houses stayed. And I actually lived in the second house to be built in 1951 when the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation was actually formed to create houses, post-war houses, and this was their first experiment. Hi, Xander, how are you? This was their first experiment, was this particular town. So my street, Admiral Road, was the first one in the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation's housing program. I'm good. I have a migraine, to be honest. I have a migraine coming on, so I don't know how long I'm going to stay on for. To be honest, did that run? That was really fast. That was really fast. Okay, let me just see what else there is here. Scrolling. Sorry, everyone. Oh, the clown brooch. Clown brooch. Pin. Okay. Now I have to find where that is. Here it is. All right, so if you don't like clowns, please look away now because this clown brooch is coming up. There we go. Let me just move my lighting. There we are. That's better. So this cute little clown brooch, no, that is not helping. There we go. That's better. See what I said about lighting this morning? This cute little clown brooch is going to run for 10 seconds. It's really adorable. You don't often see clown brooches. It's going to be running for 10 seconds, and then if you don't like looking at clowns, it'll be gone from the screen. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. You're now safe from clowns. Let me pin something else. Just looking for save things. If there's something you want me to pull up, let me know, and I shall do so. The next thing that I'm going to grab is the Flamingo, Occupy Japan Flamingo. Grab this book, put that back, and find the Flamingo. There you are. Hi, buddy. How are you doing? Okay. And then after the Flamingo, we're going to grab the antique. Yeah, we're going to grab the antique copper thing. All right. So this is made in Occupy Japan. For those who don't know, Occupy Japan is between 1946 and 1952 when the United States occupied Japan. This was done by for, as you can see, for Sherry Fast in Miami, Florida. So this was made in Japan for the Miami, Florida souvenir market. And I did look up Sherry Fast, and it was a whole, I think she had 2 or 3 tourist traps in Florida, not just Miami. Okay, so here we go. It's in really good condition for its age. And I will run that one now. The Flamingo is running now. Danica Dan, hello. Marion, Prass, welcome in. Hi, everybody. How are you doing tonight? How are things in your world? I'm just running through stuff as we go. What was the other thing that I said was next? Oh, this. Okay. Thanks for looking at the Flamingo. Projections, come on. Machine just doesn't want to cooperate. I'll grab it while it's thinking. The next item that eventually will pin, I hope, is, there we go, is this made in England. It's copper tone. It's a copper color. Hi, Sandra. How are you? It's from Longton, and actually this has provenance. We have the family provenance for this. Just put that right there. There we go. This is, let me just zoom in so you can see it better. Tilt, come on, cooperate. There we go. Sorry. So this is Longton, England copper luster milk jug. It's actually really gorgeous. Look at the inside, is all clean and white. It was painted that way so that it didn't make it look like the milk was discolored, so nobody would freak out about the color of the milk. So this was owned by my great grandmother's sister, Sarah Jane Hutchinson. She married, who did she marry? Robert Howard Patterson in 1900. And this jug is believed to be part of her wedding set. And then Sarah Jane gave this to Eva, my great grandmother, as a gift. And we'll run that now for 10 seconds. That is running. Well, that's running. I'm going to look and see what the next thing is that we're going to pull up. This is the last call. If there's anything that you want me to run in the auction tab, let me know now, please. So that I'm just going to pull up the last couple of things. And then I'm going to say goodnight just because my head is pounding like crazy. Not that I don't want to hang out with you, but unfortunately my head is pounding. Okay, so then we have this gorgeous, it is heavy, hand blown vase. It is a glass vase. It's two colors. So hang on, let me just zoom in there. Two colors. It's a heavy cobalt blue art glass bowl. You can use it for candles, or you could use it as a vase, or you could use it as like a trinket bowl. It's up to you. And that is running now. All right. We are clear. Okay. So that is it for me for today. I apologize, but my head is pounding and I don't want to push myself too much. I might come on tomorrow if I'm feeling better. If there's anything that you want me to run, let me know now. I just quickly scrolled through and I didn't see any more really major save things that I haven't run previously. But if there is something that you want me to run tonight, let me know. I'm happy to do so. But otherwise, I'm going to raid and we're going to find someone fun to hang out with. And I'm going to go soak myself. I'm going to soak my head with an ice bath. So thank you so much for hanging out. Carly, thank you for the purchase. You're amazing. And yeah, let's find someone to raid, shall we? Who's on? Do we have anybody in this category? No, so let's go into Engraver of Trees, vintage and antique jewelry, antique curated jewelry. Engraver Trees always has amazing stuff, so you will love all the pretties. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate all of you. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye.